So you don't even know what it's your scholars actually talk about it. Like what does ghasik in Iza Waqab means? Do you know what
I don't
Zakar
remember
or
that.
Rajal means?
ذكر الرجال.
Hmm?
ذكر الرجال means male of men.
Male's private part, right?
Okay, yeah, ذكر الرجال, yes, if you mean it in that way, yeah.
Yeah, so it says Ghasikul Iza Waqab is referring to Zakar or Rajal
According to
according to Ibn Abbas fi Kitabul Nikash.
who? What's the point?
So Allah is asking Muhammad to do what?
To do what? Make the point.
Hmm. What do you think he is asking him to do what? That's what my question is right now.
I said
That's
I don't
exactly the
know.
question. Do what? Like
Reading the
exactly.
tafsir.
Hmm.
You're reading a tafsir that I don't know.
Okay. Let me show you the tafsir. How about that? I don't know. Somehow I was talking here.
I'm not questioning the tafsir. I'm just يعني, trying to ask what is the point of this.
No, we just check it out. Read it. It's in the screen. It's the highlighted part. So is Allah scared of the private part, or is it the private part of Muhammad, or how would you actually take this? There's ways to take this
Oh,
verse.
okay, what's up?
What do you mean by what's up? That's all. That's up. That's exactly what's up.
So what's and I don't get to the point. What are you trying to
So
يعني,
from the evil of
indicate?
Muhammad's private part, or from the evil of what?
Doesn't say that.
Okay.
ذكر
Obviously, we have
الرجل issue.
the issue is of the
ذكر
Zakar al
الرجل
Rajul.
means the male's private part. Yeah.
Okay. So when Allah is saying, وَمِن شَرِّ غَاسِقٍ إِذَا وَقَبَ, and
Yes.
from the shar of the male's private part,
غاسق.
Wait.
What does غاسق mean?
Right there.
غَاسِقٍ إِذَا وَقَبَ, it's saying it's Zakar al Rajal.
It says وقب في كلمة دخل وقد
So
قال
ذكر.
ابن عباس في نقاش. So he's basically saying
So
that وقب
so
means ذكر الرجال.
It says, Al Ghasikin Iza Waqab, referred to Zakar al Rajal.
طيب, what does غاسق mean? غاسق does not
That
mean ذكر الرجل.
if that's what you are saying, that's fair enough. They are saying something different.
show me an alternative
No, no,
definition.
no. Okay. Okay, do you understand Arabic? I'm assuming
Read
you
the
do.
Arabic, read the next part of the Arabic in the red line. قل أعوذ بالله من شر سمعي وشر قلبي وشر بصري وشر لساني وشر مني. What is this last word referring to?
He means my sperm.
Sorry?
My sperm,
Ah, sperm. Where does the sperms come out from?
the male's private part.
Perfect. All right. So you got it. Why is Allah so scared of the male's private part and the male sperm
The evil of
Man,
a man's private part when it's nutting. I mean, wow.
when it is standing? It's stiff, right?
I'm not sure about what the understanding of this verse, but as I can see, it's basically just saying that uh, تعوذ from the ذكر of the insan, of the رجل. So it could be that basically that this specific ذكر of the رجل brings bad things
So
to the human
you know
being.
why this verse came up? Do you know why this surah was revealed to Muhammad?
No, I don't.
You don't? Come on, man. You're a Muslim. You should know that. When Muhammad was under the effect of the magic, right? And then he was assuming that he's having sex with his wives, yet he was not having sex with his wives. And then Allah gave this surah. And yes, the sugar coated translations are very different. Yes, I know that. But when you look deep inside it, you will see what was Muhammad doing that Allah is saying, this, be wary or be, you know, the evil of the male standing private part, which Muhammad was going through probably, which emerges and sends out, the semen. How disgusting this person was that Allah has to reveal this thing. Obviously, there's no Allah. Muhammad was doing that to prove himself right and saying it was all the effect of magic that he was doing all of these things. But that's a separate thing.
I still don't see the point
Fair
that you're
enough. You
trying
will
to
never
make.
see the point. If you don't see the
I mean,
point, then you will never see the point. Forget
if you're trying
that.
to make a if you're trying to
I,
make a moral argument, then be best sure that I don't engage in that.
you don't think what?
I don't engage in moral arguments because it's flawed and useless.
That's not even a more. So you don't engage in moral arguments, whereas Allah is engaging in moral argument here, supposedly.
I mean, it's not a moral argument.
So Muhammad was having sex with his wives, imaginary sex with his wives, while he was not having sex with his wives.
How is that an argument?
What do you engage in?
I don't know. You tell me. Just
Okay.
here to listen, and that's it. If there's anything which is
You're,
wrong against this, I just say that it's wrong.
but you don't even engage in moral arguments. So, how do you think that something is wrong or right then?
There's multiple things: theological, textual criticism,
What kind of textual criticism?
Quranic criticism, observation criticism. You can say theological criticism.
Okay. Textual criticism and now theological criticism. What do you define textual criticism?
Criticize the text of the Quran, as in it's not preserved, it has error. In that
Text
sense,
of the Quran is not preserved. You don't even have a single authority to show me any Quran from the time of Muhammad. So you can't even start this discussion. Like you
it's
have nothing to
that's
show me with any chain of narration that this Quran that you have right now over here was the same as of with Muhammad. So like this discussion, like like we can't even do this discussion. It ends before it starts.
oh, I have chains of narration. Who says no?
Okay, show me Surah Yasin with all of the chain of narrations.
Can show you the whole Quran with all the chains of narration.
No, you can't show me the whole Quran. Just show me Surah Yasin with the proper chain of narrations.
Okay.
All right, I'm waiting. Take your time. Okay, this guy actually went off, I think, for a long
A
time.
long time. He probably needs time. Abu,
I mean, it's quite hard to find specific things like this, but I do have the Isnad of the whole Quran, which
No, you don't.
includes as said
I
it.
need, I need the asnad of the Surah Yasin as is. Full stop. Okay, Surah Yasin is difficult. Let's do Surah Baqarah. The problem is that you don't have an early Quran. You don't have any Quran for at least 150 years, even the partial Qurans. And then, it's very difficult.
I
You
don't,
you can go and search on
I
it
don't,
and then come back next time with the references. How about that?
I don't necessarily agree that we need to have a
You don't
book
have
of
to
the
agree with
Quran
me
to.
unless you show it to me, brother. That's the whole idea.
No, no, no.
You
You're mixing. You're taking that I have a point or I stand in a way that I say that the Quran needs to be a book, and I don't necessarily agree with that.
So what is Al-Kitab in Quran? Torah?
Kitab just refers to a book, right? But
Perfect.
then
So
the
yeah,
book
Quran has to
doesn't
be a book.
necessarily the book doesn't necessarily need to be a physical book.
Okay. It has to be a verbal book, right?
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. That's the new one. Perfect. All right. Fair enough. So that argument is gone. Can you give me another argument? We can talk on that.
Basically, I came here and I heard someone is talking about Yusalli and Yusallun, and it's, because
That's
just because
never-ending
it's
discussion.
huh?
That's a never-ending discussion because we will never going to accept it.
Well, it is an ending discussion, and I can end it
It is.
with questions. And if you can
Okay,
answer
so
this, then
I can
the
show
whole
you
point is
20
just
verses. Yeah, I can show you 20 verses in Quran where every time it is used for Allah, you change it to baraka or rahma, which is Arabic words. and every time it is not used for Allah, you will use it as prayer.
There is other verses also that it is used for blessings and
The,
hadiths
the,
also.
the question is very simple. Why, if Allah could use the word of Arabic as barakah and rahmah, why did Allah not use the word barakah or rahmah? And by the
Wait,
way, the Arabic
did I ever
translation
claim
that you
that?
will
No,
show
no,
me.
did I ever claim that salah means barakah or rahmah?
So, okay, are you going to give me another word for salah? Give me another meaning of salah.
Okay. You understand it this way, right? Do you know the ma'na al-lughawi of salah?
Once again, can you give me another meaning of salah first? Let's fix that point first, and
Okay.
then you can go to your point.
No. It's not how you understand it because we understand it using the ma'na al-lughawi. Do you know what's the ma'na al-lughawi of salah?
I will, like I said before, my friend, can you please give me first what your base argument is so that we can talk about that in further details?
And I'm gonna conclude my argument when I ask you a question.
You asked me a question, but you haven't even given me the answer. What do you think salah means? And then you can go to al-mana or mana lughwa or whatever you want to go. But at least tell me what your argument is so that we can actually talk about it.
So basically, we say that salah
Hmm.
is sending good things to the Prophet. That's what I believe.
Sending what?
Things that could help the Prophet and give him benefit. It doesn't
Okay.
necessarily need to be a blessing. It can be a risk. It can be
S-
other things.
Sending what? You didn't you're missing the maybe the internet is bad or my internet is bad. I did not get the word in the middle. Sending what to the Prophet?
Benefits. Things that would
Benefits.
benefit.
Okay, so Allah is friends with benefit. Okay. In Allah wa malaikatu. So Allah and the angels are sending benefits to the Prophet.
No, the Malaika send supplications to the Prophet.
So Allah and the Malaika are doing the same verb, yet for Allah it's sending blessing. For Malaika is something else. That's awesome.
That's how the Sahaba understood it.
Ah, that's how the Sahaba understood it. Perfect. And this is the reality. You just expose yourself, my friend. So there are two nouns doing one action. Very simple. Simple English. Two nouns doing one action. And what you are saying is that the meaning of the action changes based on the noun in the same word, not in a different sentence. In Allah wa malaikatu
Okay.
yusalluna ala nabi, and you're saying Allah is doing yusallun is different, angels are doing yusallun is different. That's awesome. That's a good pretzel show. I have never heard of this pretzel show before, quite frankly. I appreciate that. I'm learning more from you, my friend.
And I can provide evidence if you want to.
Yeah, you can have evidences. Obviously, these articles are written much later in the game, not at the time of Muhammad, anyways.
It was understood by all the Salaf that in Salah is praising him basically. Then
Allah's
the
Salah is
angels
praising him.
and
Perfect. I like this point. Do you 100% concur that Allah's Salah is praising Muhammad?
what do you mean by concur?
Do you agree 120% that Allah's Salah is praising Muhammad?
I
You said
mean,
that.
yeah, it
You
could
just
be,
said
yeah.
that.
It could be in a sense, yes.
No, do you want to change it now? Or do you want to stick with this point? Because obviously you'll change it after 10 minutes. I know.
Okay, from what I said that when Allah does salah on a prophet, it's basically
He's
sending benefits to him.
okay.
It
So now
doesn't
he's not
necessarily.
praising Muhammad. He's sending benefits to Muhammad.
I mean, praising is a benefit, right? God
So
praises you.
praising is a benefit. So Allah is praising Muhammad.
Yes, what's wrong with that?
Are you sure 100%? According to Allah, Muhammad is Allah.
Said
According
no.
to Muhammad, according to Allah, Muhammad is Allah. Because all praises are for Allah. Alhamdulillah. So according to Allah, Muhammad is the bigger Allah. Because
Oh,
The
by
praises
praising,
are
I
for
mean
Allah.
by pra-
Alhamdulillah, He Rabbil Alameen. All praises are for Allah, who is the Lord of this
okay,
world.
okay, by praising, I mean that he basically sends like an approval that an
Oh,
approval
like I
that
said
this
before, you're gonna
specific person.
change your praise in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but you changed it in five.
No,
Perfect.
no,
Okay,
no.
change,
This is the
change
meaning
praise,
of
change praise,
this is
change
the
the meaning
meaning.
of praise.
This is the meaning of praise.
Okay, what is the meaning of praise? Because obviously in my dictionary, praises mean something different. So, can you give me the meaning of the praise?
Okay, I'll Google it. Let's see what
Okay.
praise means. Praise means express warm approval or admiration of.
So, praise is a very different word. So, in Arabic, what is Allah doing? Allah is not sending hamd, Allah is doing something else, right?
He basically sends approval of this specific person. And I said,
So,
it's
okay, in
basically
Arabic,
just
what is Allah doing? Can you give me the word in Arabic? What is Allah doing in Arabic? Because Allah knows
solely
only Arabic, Allah doesn't know English. So, let's forget English now. What is Allah doing when Allah is saying, Yusalluna ala nabi? What is Allah doing in Arabic?
giving him benefits.
Okay, okay, we are not talking about friends with benefit here, brother. Come on. We are not talking about friends with
That's
benefit.
what I said. I said,
Okay, what
uh,
is in
be-
Arabic? What is Allah doing?
okay, you want it in Arabic? Okay, Allah يصلي على النبي. Allah يرسل على النبي أشياء
Yursid.
تفيده.
Allah yursid.
يرسل إلى النبي أشياء تفيده.
Okay, so the question here now is very clear. Why did Allah did not use the word yurshid here?
Because يصلي can mean it. It's just a word.
Ah, okay. Then angels are also doing the same thing, right?
Angels are doing different things. We believe that angels are
Ah,
sending
and you know
supplication.
when you started this, I told you this will be a never-ending circular loop, and you will never accept it. You know, so don't even start
No,
this discussion. Did I not
okay,
said that in the beginning?
okay. So what I believe is what the Sahaba believed. If you have a problem with the understanding of the Sahaba, then you can present it. If you have a problem with your understanding of what the word meaning, then that's a never-ending loop according to you.
Do you have a
That's not
Sahih
according to me
hadith from
because
the Siyasita? What the Sahaba
what?
believes from the Siyasita? From the six authentic hadith books, any hadith that you have? I want to read it now
Only
and see.
six. Bukhari says that
Siyasita.
Abu Layla says.
Okay, give
Bukhari
me the
says
hadith
that
of
Abu Layla
Bukhari.
says.
Let's see. Let's see what the Bukhari says on that. Can you give me the number of
Okay,
the
he
Bukhari?
says that Abu Layla says that when Allah is
Can you please give
ending
me the
Salah.
hadith?
Okay,
Number? Number?
it's not a hadith, by the way. It's just that Al Bukhari
Ah, it's
quotes
not a hadith.
Abu
Okay.
Layla. Yeah,
So it is somewhere that Bukhari said this. Okay, perfect. Fair enough. Got it. So it's not a hadith
and why do you need it as a hadith?
because you said Sahaba said that, so it should be in hadith, in the book of
No, it
hadith.
doesn't require to be a hadith. Hadith is
Yeah,
from the Prophet, it's not from the Sahaba necessarily.
so I need to validate it. I don't know whether this is Da'if, Hasan, Da'if Jaddan. I don't know that.
Okay,
So
sure. I'll try. I'll try to
Did
find
when did
the.
Muhammad actually? So in Bukhari, there is Kitabul Tafsir where Muhammad is doing the commentary of the Quranic verses. Did Muhammad do any commentary on this Quranic verse in Sahih Bukhari? There's a chapter called the Book of Tafsir, the prophetic interpretation of the Quran. Did
Yes,
Muhammad actually explain this hadith in any way or form?
this hadith or this
This
ayah.
Quranic ayah.
I don't think so.
Perfect. So it's all assumptions because once you have this problem, now you have assumptions from different people.
No, it's just
Even
because
if you
that
believe
the
that
tafsir
some
that
Sahaba said that, because Muhammad never explained it,
we don't know that Muhammad never explained it or not because the
because you don't
only
have
things
any
that
proof. So
no, no, because the
so
only
let me
thing
let
that
me
is in
if
Bukhari
Muhammad
is
is doing the
Sahih.
tafsir, if sorry brother, you are speaking. Continue.
Said because Muhammad, whatever we have from him in his tafsirs are just sahihs, right? So the things in Sahih Bukhari are sahihs, and they're not only narrations that Allah explains or the Prophet explains the Quran.
Okay, that's not the point now. The point is very simple. And what I'm saying is, Muhammad did the prophetic commentary in the Sahih al Bukhari, correct? And Bukhari wrote multiple books. One is called Sahih al Bukhari, and the other one is called something else. I forgot the name, which according to Bukhari is not Sahih, correct?
I'm not sure.
Exactly. That's what it is. You are sure about it. Now you're trying to make a pretzel show out of it, and I'm fine with that. So he created a book which is Sahih al Bukhari, where all the Sahih hadiths are, and then he wrote other tasanif, which are not Sahih according to him. So if it is not in Sahih al Bukhari, obviously it is not Sahih. But because you do not have any argument, you'll go to this hadith, correct?
There is hadiths that are not in Sahih Bukhari and Sahih.
Okay, then it is not Bukhari. So give me Sahih Muslim, Sunan Abi Dawud,
Al
Tirmidhi,
Bukhari says this
Nisai.
in his books, basically, but it doesn't
Yeah, so that's
require to
not a
be a
Sahih
narration.
book, no. That's he did not proclaim it to be Sahih
How do you know that he did not?
because he did not put it in Sahih al Bukhari, man. That's the whole argument. Come on, man. Don't make a
No, no,
pretzel
no,
on
no.
a very simple statement, man.
No, no, no. It doesn't. It's not a narration to be a hadith.
Let's be very clear. When it comes to Sahih, so when we talk about something, you always come in and say this is not Sahih and this is Sahih. So let me give you a reference. Muhammad said, drink alcohol, drink in moderation, but don't get drunk. Do you accept this hadith?
Send the hadith so I can
Sorry?
accept it or not.
Sorry?
Send it.
Okay, let me send it to you. Okay, there you go. It's right here. Read.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Messenger of Allah said, drink from the vessels. Do not become intoxicated.
And Arabic says, Ashrabu fi zarufi wala taskaru. Drink, but don't get drunk. Drink in moderation, zaruf. Drink in moderation, but don't get drunk. So you can drink alcohol in moderation, but you're not supposed to get drunk.
So,
So as long as you're not drunk, we are all good.
what's the grade of the hadith?
Why are you asking the grade? You just said that you accept everything. It doesn't matter because if it is not in Sahih al Bukhari, it is still Sahih. Didn't you just mention that? Why do you want to look at the grade?
Oh, I didn't say that.
You just said
What are
that
you talking
like
about? I
five
said,
minutes
no, no,
ago.
no. I didn't say that.
Everyone was
No, no,
listening.
no, no, no.
I told you it is not in
I
Sahih al
said,
Bukhari, and Bukhari wrote multiple hadith books,
I said
and one
because
which was
it's not a
Sahih.
narration. I didn't say it's a
Okay,
hadith. I
tell me
said it's
something.
not a
There are
narration.
the grading of the hadiths were done with multiple scholars. Which scholar do you agree and which you don't?
I agree with all the muhaddithin, except
So you
maybe
agree with
sometimes
you? Do
Albani.
you agree with Al Albani?
Sometimes no.
Sometimes you agree with Albani.
Yes.
Perfect. And sometimes you don't agree with Albani.
Sometimes I don't want to agree with Albani because sometimes his grading is not actually true according to the
So sometimes
criteria.
his grading is not accurate and sometimes his grading is accurate. Perfect. And you know that because you are a bigger muhaddis than him.
No, I quote what the scholars say.
Okay, then the scholar. So which scholar said? Some scholar said it da'if. You'll agree to it because this hadith is very dirty hadith because Muhammad said drink in moderation, don't get drunk. So if a Tom, Dick, and Harry said it's da'if, you'll accept it, right?
Okay, look, when it comes to narration, no
Hmm.
scholar in the history of Islam, when it comes to tada'ifing a narration and making it da'if, he doesn't make the reason, right? So
So
when you
the
say
reason is
that
very
because
simple
it's
here,
just
na?
narration,
Because you are rejecting Albani because you just simply said Albani is Tom, Dick, and Harry. You accept some of his grading and you don't accept some of his grading. You
according to
said
the criteria.
Albani is Tom, Dick, and Harry. I did not. I'm just trying to put it in words. But you said
Wait, repeat again. Last sentence. Said,
I just stated your statement in a more clear manner because you sometimes accept Albani and sometimes you don't accept Albani.
and that's not according to me, by the way. It's according to scholars.
Ah, it's according to scholars. Which scholar? Do you accept and you will take his verdict, full stop, whatever he said? Because you are not a muhaddis.
Arnold, Shuaib al-Arnold.
Shuaib al-Arnaut. Okay. Did he did the grading of the Sunan al-Nasai?
I'm not sure that he did or not.
So why are you bringing our Shuaib al-Arnaut over here when he did not even grade it Nasai? By the way, let me just tell you, this hadith is in Sahih and Nasai. Sahih, and there are two hadith books of Nasai. One is Sahih and Nasai, and one is, I think, Daif and Nasai, just like Sahih Abu Dawud and Daif Abu Dawud. This hadith is in Sahih and Nasai, and I'll give you the proof as well. Here in Sunnah.com, they said that this is Daif. Okay, you can see that right now. Here they said it is Daif. Whereas this hadith is in Sahih Abu Dawud. Let me give you the reference for this as well again. This is in Sahih Abi Dawud. This is surahquran.com, and this obviously is in Arabic only, and you can read it. This is in Sahih and Nasai, and this is Hasan Sahih Asnad according to Al Albani, and this is in Sahih and Nasai. So now the problem is very simple. You and your scholars, when they something is derogatory, they try in a later time they tried to make things da'if, which your scholars actually accepted it to be sahih for over 1,000 years. So this
Whoa,
was
whoa, whoa, whoa,
sahih.
what?
This was sahih for almost 1,000 years before it was pronounced da'if.
According to?
When was Darussalam grading it?
Oh, when did Albani grade it?
That's what I'm saying. When did Darussalam grade it da'if?
I'm not sure when did Dar es Salaam grade it, but it's probably very soon.
Okay, when
It's-
very soon.
Albani
Perfect.
is
So
like, it's not like thousands of years ago, of course. It's like 100 years
perfect.
ago.
So Nisai was collecting the hadiths and he collected it in Sahih and Nisai. Al Albani actually called it Hasan Sahih as well. And Dar es Salaam, which was just recent, he said, nah, this hadith looks so dirty. Let's move it into Daif, correct?
Okay, firstly, how is it Hassan Sahih and Sahih al-Nisai? Explain that.
This is Sahih because that's what it is. It's Sahih. So you are, so
It's
basically,
Hassan
An
Sahih, it's
Nasai,
not
I'm
Sahih.
giving you the reference. Some, Al Nasai actually called it Sahih. Al Albani actually said, let's make it Hasan Sahih. And then Darussalam salam, nah, it's Daif. So you see the progression of moving this hadith from Sahih all the way to Daif. It's a progressive step down of this
Sahih.
hadith.
Okay, Sahih Nisai is just another name for Sunan Nisai.
Okay. What about Daif and
It
Nasai? There are two books, two
doesn't
separate
that
books.
doesn't necessarily means that all the things that it is there
Mm,
is Sahih.
yeah, exactly. But is this Sahih or not?
Which one? It's not.
What
Even
I'm
even
showing you
uh,
right
even
now.
even Albani doesn't say that it's Sahih. He says Hassan Sahih.
Okay. So Hasan Sahih is more than Sahih. It's almost same.
No. Hassan Sahih is Hassan لذاته, means that on
Mm,
itself
yeah.
is the
Yeah.
narration is a good, like it
Yeah.
can be
It's a
used
good
as an
narration.
argument.
Yeah. Yeah. I got it. I got it. That's very easy. I got it. All right, let's see how. Can you read, or do you want me to translate it into English?
Can read, yeah.
All right, read. Warawi and Abdullah bin Abbas. What did he said?
راوي عن عبد الله بن عباس أن شرب أحدكم 9 أقداح من شرب أحدكم 9 أقداح فلم يسكر هو حلال، وإذا شرب 10 فسكر فهو حرام. هذا ما عاض السنة
Okay,
من
okay,
آثار
that's it.
الصحابة.
That's it. So basically, uh, he's saying that if you drink 9 drinks, but you don't get drunk, they are okay. But if you drink the 10th one and you get drunk, now let's move it to translation. Let's see what English, how English translator actually do that. I think this was 390th. Yes. It was narrated on the authority of Abdullah bin Abbas. He said, if one of you drinks 9 glasses of alcohol, obviously, and does not become intoxicated, then it is permissible. It's halal. And if he drinks the 10th and become intoxicated, then it is forbidden. So it goes to this particular hadith. Drink in moderation, don't get drunk. And Umar actually did not give the fatwa or the punishment for drinking. He gave it for getting drunk. There you go. It was narrated by Umar bin al-Khattab. May God be pleased with him. I don't know why. Brought a drunk man and flogged him, and he said, I drank from your utensils. I drank from your bottle, Umar. He said, I will beat you for getting drunk from it. I am not beating you for drinking it. So Umar bin al-Khattab was beating a person not for drinking alcohol or intoxicated drink, but rather for getting drunk. Because Muhammad said, drink in moderation, just don't get drunk. Now
I'm
you
not
wanna
sure
gonna
about
go
this.
back to you're
Send me
not
the
sure.
link.
Yes. Now that's the right question. That's the right answer. You are not sure about that. The problem of the grading of the hadith is the same problem that you guys have
Send
created
me the
a
narration.
progressive grading where you guys have intentionally graded things da'if
So why are you
progressively
advancing in
for
this? Because
everything
if you
which does not
advance,
looks good. I was not finished. You
okay,
you are interrupting me. I'm sorry. I allowed you to speak every time you wanted to. Let me at least have a verdict. But anyhow, continue.
okay, so you're building assumptions
No, it's not
on that.
assumption. I showed you the
No, no,
evidence.
it is
Assumption is
because
something for which
yeah,
I will not
showed
be
me,
able to
show
give
me
you
the
evidence.
evidence.
I just showed you evidence.
Send me the evidence in the chat so I can check it.
I just showed you the evidence.
No, send it in the chat. Let me check it.
L- You want to check what?
I
The
want to
grades
check
of the
what's.
hadith?
No, no, I want to check
Go check.
what is this and the explanation and further. I want to read further. What does this say?
Go read further. There you go. Read further.
If this is proven to be true, then yes, we can advance into the argument. But if this is not true, then we cannot
Yeah,
advance
nothing
any
is
further
true, my
because you're
friend.
building it
There's
upon
nothing
it.
true in it. Anything that Islam has to offer is untrue because you have nothing to show and prove. When you accept a pedophile prophet, how can you accept anything? You have
But
to accept a pedophile as a prophet. So at the end of the day, nothing will be true for you
we
guys.
don't get into that argument because
Why don't you get it into that argument? He was a pedophile. Accept it.
it's not because
He
according to
was.
your understanding, also according to the Christian understanding, according to Justinian, he was not. Let's not get
Okay.
into the
Once again,
particulars now.
let me state that again. According to Christian understanding, he was a pedophile.
He's a pedophile.
Yeah.
You condemn your church fathers. They are
I condemn
pedophiles.
everyone who does not consider marrying an underage girl when you are so old being a pedophile. Yes, I do.
So you call Justinian pedophile, the church father.
I did not call anybody pedophile. I said anybody who approves this kind of a marriage and don't call it pedophile. I'm not naming anybody, but whoever called this, he's wrong. I condemn him.
Do you specifically uphold any church?
I specifically uphold many churches, but it doesn't make any difference to you, right?
Oh, it
So you
does
are telling me,
because
so tell me something. What is the definition of a pedophilia? Can you go and search on the
you'd be a
Google and give me
heretic
the
if you do
definition
so.
of pedophilia? That was a good one. But do you know what the definition of pedophilia is?
Yes, of course.
What is it?
Mental disorder of attraction toward children.
Okay. So you call it mental disorder.
It's a mental disorder, yes.
Perfect. So did Muhammad at the age of 53 had sex with a 9 years old girl?
Age of 50, yeah.
Sorry?
Yes,
Perfect. So by this definition, Muhammad was a pedophile.
he was not a pedophile.
Okay, you just gave me the definition. According to your
Yes.
definition, he is a pedophile.
According to your definition of a 9-year-old, he is a pedophile.
According to what?
Okay, what's a pedophile? Pedophile is someone that is attracted to children. Children. What does children means is a person that did not reach the age of puberty yet. Well, when when is the age of puberty according to multiple
Sh-
Arabian sources in Arabia?
okay, show me one
From
single reference.
7 to 13.
Okay, perfect. Show me one single reference that Aisha had reached the age of masturbation when Muhammad had sex with her. Give me one source. Authentic from Siyasata.
I believe she said in Sunan at-Tirmidhi that every woman that reaches 9, she's a woman.
Okay, give me the Tirmidhi hadith that Aisha had reached the age of puberty before Muhammad had sex with her. Give me Tirmidhi. You can have 10,000 years to search it. You won't find it unless you create a new one. Tirmidhi never said Aisha has reached the age of puberty. Hello? Hello? Guys, am I disconnected or he is?
No. He's trying to find sources.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what he does. Can I just say something?
Sure.
I would say I don't know if you know Hans, but this is the perfect time, Hans, to have Jeopardy music.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's yeah, I know. Music would be nice, but
Come on, man. That's not a music. That is disgusting music. Didn't like it.
I told
Case
you,
you killed
don't
Mr.
joke.
Henderson.
Don't joke around. Whoever cannot mute themselves, I'll mute you.
Is this brother still on the chat? The Muslim brother?
Yeah. He's It's okay to struggle a little bit, you know.
That's fine.
Yeah,
No,
it's back.
I'm back.
Alright. Did you find the hadith that Aisha had reached the age of puberty?
Didn't I say that the Aisha said that if a girl is or if a girl reaches 9 year old, she's a woman?
That is not even the question. I said when Muhammad was 53, Aisha was 9. Do you have any reference that can prove that Aisha had reached the age of puberty before Muhammad had sex with her?
Yes, and I quoted, and we can understand from this hadith that she actually reached the age of puberty at 9.
Okay. Where does it say that she had reached the age of puberty at that time?
We can understand from this hadith because
How can we
it's
understand? Give me the hadith.
in Sunan at-Tirmidhi. I said that if a
Can
woman,
you please
and
give me
I'm
the
sure you,
number?
okay, sure.
So we can read that here somehow Aisha is saying that. Let's see together.
Right, let me find it.
Okay, find it. That's what we were waiting for.
Jami' at-Tirmidhi, hadith number 1109.
1109 Tirmidhi. Hold on. All right, here we go on screen. Allah Messenger said, Abu Huraira reported, an orphan is to be consulted about herself. An orphan. Then if she is silent, then her permission. Then silence is her permission. If she refuses, then do not authorize it. For her, meaning when she attains the age of puberty. Perfect. Even if I take the brackets as is the verdicts of hadith. But Aisha wasn't orphan, number one. Number two, she was virgin. Number three, her parents made her marry. She didn't even know that she is married to Muhammad. This hadith doesn't go your favor, my friend.
If you look at the Arabic and you read down, I don't think it's in the English, but if you
Al
go to the Arabic
yatama,
down,
yatim, al yatama. We are talking about yatim,
yeah,
the
go
orphans.
down, go down, go
Aisha
down.
wasn't orphan.
Okay, go down.
Go down.
Read the
Now it's
last.
narration. Somebody says it's Hassan, Hassan Sahi, etc., etc., etc. Yes.
Go down, go down.
Go down, go down.
Yes, so read from here.
Read from here.
إسحاق إذا بلغت اليتامى 9 سنوات فتزوجها فالنكاح جائز ولا خير لها. واحتججنا بحديث عائشة أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم بنى بها وهي بنت 9 سنين، وقد قالت عائشة إذا بلغت الجارية 9 سنين فهي مرأة.
Okay, she was a girl of 9 years, and that's it. When was she masturbating? Okay, let's go to a very nice subject on this topic. Do you know that when a woman crosses somebody who is praying, the prayer is annulled, right?
Yeah.
Right? Do you agree to this hadith?
If a woman crosses the prayer,
Mhm.
okay, what's
By the way, you were rejecting Hassan Sahi. This is only Hassan, by the way. But anyhow, that's not the point right now. Let's go to this one.
I didn't
Do
reject
you
it. I
agree to
said
this
that
hadith? Do you agree to this hadith? The prayer is severed by a black dog and a woman who has reached the age of masturbation. Umratul haid. Do you agree to this hadith? This is Sahih.
وامرأة الحائض, yeah, the women who
The
menstruated.
one who has reached the age of puberty. Do you acknowledge
Yes,
and agree to this hadith?
Yes, مرات الحائض.
right? Hello.
Yes, I said yes.
So what you're telling me that if a woman has reached the age of puberty and then a male cannot offer prayer in front of a woman, correct? In the direct sight of a woman. She cannot pass in front of you unless you have some saddle or something in front of you, correct?
Yes.
When did Aisha went to Muhammad's house? At the age of 9, correct? Not before. Before that, she was in her mother's home, correct?
But she used to go to him
No,
before that.
she was not. She was
She
living,
used to, yeah.
playing on swings, and suddenly Muhammad came and took her, and she did not know why he was here. Do you want to read that first as well?
Okay, go on. I believe
Thank
that
you.
she was going to the Prophet before they
And living with the
consummated.
Prophet before?
She was not living with the Prophet, no. She was just
Okay, not
going
living
there
with the
with
Prophet.
her
Perfect.
friends.
Okay, perfect. At least we agree to that. All right, let's go to Sahih Bukhari. There you go. And it says, Aisha said, the wife of Prophet, when she was the wife of Prophet, said, I used to sleep in front of Allah Messenger with my legs opposite to his Qibla, facing him. And whenever he prostrate during the Salah, he pushed my feet and I withdraw them. And whenever he stood, I stretched them. And Aisha added, in those days, there were no lamps in the house. Muhammad was offering prayer while Aisha was sleeping in front of him. And when he wanted to do the sujood, prostration, he would grab the feet of Aisha and Aisha would withdraw the legs. So probably the sajda is between the legs of Aisha, obviously, if she is grabbing them. It's between the legs, absolutely. So you are telling me she was prudent, she had puberty, yet Muhammad was not agreeing to what he said that when a woman is in front of you and who is with highs, like who has reached the age of highs, your prayer is annulled. Like Muhammad himself does not know his own hadith that he gave, and he was reciting prayer with in front of Aisha, who has supposedly has reached the age of puberty, yet he was offering prayer in front of her while she was in front of her.
Okay. Firstly, you're assuming that this hadith came after she
It's right there.
consummated
It's the
with the
wife of
Prophet.
Prophet, and she is in the house of Muhammad. You cannot
And then
deny
you're
the
still
particular
assuming
fact.
it.
Do you wanna read the Shara of Bukhari on this one?
Just
Because the Shara was written by who was the guy who wrote the Shara? I forgot his name. What was the name?
Nawawi, Ibn
No,
Hajar,
Nawawi did Sahih Muslim. This is
Ibn Hajar Asqalani.
yes, Askalani. So do you want to read the Shara of Askalani that yes, this was Muhammad was there and Aisha was pre-present? Because there is another hadith. Let me just give you another hadith where Imam Hajar Askalani in Fatul
Yeah,
Bari said,
I don't disagree that Aisha was pre-pubescent when she
you
was
don't
in the
disagree
with
now?
him in the house.
Okay, so now
Yeah,
we are back into the picture. So Aisha was in the house of Muhammad. I used to play dole in the presence of Muhammad, and my girls and friends used to play with me. When Allah Messenger used to enter the dwelling place, they used to hide themselves, but the Prophet would call them and play. And this is Fatul Bari who's saying she has not reached the age of puberty. Now, Muhammad was a pedophile man, no matter how you actually take it. Accept it. There is not a
um,
single hadith which says that Aisha had reached the age of puberty. Like everything that you talk, you are trying to make a pretzel show out of it. Yes, I hope you like pretzels
and that's
because you
that's
have
argument of
made a lot of
silence, to be
pretzels.
honest.
Okay. You have made a lot of
Yeah,
pretzel,
that's
but yet you
argument.
haven't given me a single hadith where Aisha has
Yeah, that's
attained
that's argument
puberty
of
before
silence.
Muhammad took her.
That's argument from silence. That doesn't necessarily Aisha doesn't necessarily
I
have to
gave you
have
the
a hadith.
proof. I gave you the proof. Either Muhammad is a liar. He was saying stuff for people and not doing himself. So he was a hypocrite, munafiq, because he was saying it
Well,
to the people,
I
yet
don't
he wasn't doing it. Or he Aisha was not pre-pubescent. So you need to
don't
understand
I
that. Was
don't
Muhammad a hypocrite?
I don't agree with your understanding of the hadith. And I
Was
said
Muhammad a hypocrite,
that
sir?
the previous okay, wait. The when Aisha came to the Prophet and she sat in front of him when he's praying, that doesn't necessarily means that she was
Yes, he was.
pubescent
He
already.
was. He was.
No,
He was.
she was
There
not.
is there's the there's
Can
the
you
hadith of
provide
Sahih
proof?
Bukhari. There's the hadith of Sahih Bukhari. I'm gonna give you the proof because
Okay.
you wanna make a jalebi and I have all these hadiths here. She was playing on dolls, and then best wishes and Allah Messenger good luck. Then she entrusted me to them, They prayed for me unexpectedly. She didn't even know what's going to happen to her. Allah Apostle came to me in the forenoon, and my mother handed me over to him. At that time, I was the girl of 9 years old. So it's not
Okay, why do you connect the
the
hadiths like
argument of
they happened at the
silence.
same time?
There are evidences and proofs. And by the way, you are talking about puberty, 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 puberty so much. Where does is there
No,
any
no, don't
hadith
dodge
which
it. No,
says
no,
that
don't.
is there any hadith which says that you cannot marry a girl unless she has reached the age of puberty?
Okay, firstly, you don't digress from the hadith. I asked you, why would you
Okay,
connect
is
this
there a
hadith with the
Quranic
other?
verse which says that you cannot marry a girl until she has reached the age of
Why are
puberty?
you changing topics? Don't digress. I'm specifically
I'm not
talking about
diversing. I
something
gave you all the
specific.
evidence and proof. Now you
Yeah,
are going to
no,
make a
no, no.
pretzel show, and that's fine.
Your evidence is flawed. You're connecting
Yeah,
things which are not supposed to be connected, and there is no
perfect.
evidence of this happening of the same time, and you
Perfect.
didn't
That's
provide
fine.
anything.
That's fine. That's fine. No worries. Is there any solid evidence that you have to give me an evidence that a girl has to reach the age of puberty before you can marry her?
So the point that you made about she being prepubescent is flawed, or what are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say anything. I'm here to give you references, and if you don't accept it, it's up to you. Now I'm asking you a simple question because you implied that she has to be puber. She had to attain to puberty. Now my question is very simple. Is there a hadith or the Quranic verse which says you cannot marry a woman unless she has reached the age of puberty?
And you can marry a woman before the age of puberty, but the marriage will not be fulfilled.
Okay. Do you have any reference for that?
Where do you want it from? Scholars?
Quran? First Quran. Is there anything in Quran?
There is no. I don't believe so. But I think there's like a criteria that a woman should be physically and mentally mature.
Physically mature. What do you mean by physically mature?
Physically mature meaning surpasses the
That is in
basically
Quran?
five. I believe so.
So that is in Quran. So basically you're telling me that if a girl is physically big enough at the age of 5, you can marry her and have sex with her.
Physically mature means that she has gone through puberty and the five stages of puberty,
No,
basically.
you are not talking about puberty right now. You're talking about harming somebody.
No, I'm talking about physical maturity.
Okay, physical maturity. You have a hadith which says she has to be physically mature before you perform sex with her.
Not a hadith. I believe it's a Quranic verse.
Okay, give me the Quranic verse which says she has to be physically mature because there is a Quranic verse that you can even divorce the female who has never yet reached the age of puberty.
You're gonna refer to 65:4?
For sure, you remember that. And you know the Tafsir ibn Kathir, Tafsir ibn Abbas, Tafsir al-Qurtubi, Tafsir, every single scholar for the first 13th century, they all agree they are talking about the pre-pubescent girls.
Yes, and I don't disagree with that.
Perfect. So you can have sex with them.
No, you
Pre-pubescent girl.
cannot.
Because it's talking about idda.
Because our understanding is basically that if a girl is handed over to her parents the
Mm-hmm.
nikah contract, and
Mm-hmm.
the nikah contract is basically set, right? Then
Okay.
afterwards, when she grows up and becomes physically mature, she has the capabilities to not fulfill the marriage and break the contract. It's like an engagement, basically.
No
To break the
engagement. There's no
contract by
engagement. Let me answer you. There's no engagement because there is no
it's no,
idda.
no, it's not an
There's
engagement.
no
I'm saying it's
idda.
like
There is no idda if you haven't had sex with her.
no, that's not what the verse says. It's
There
specifically
is
talking about it's talking about okay, what does idda means? Do you know what does idda mean?
the waiting period
Waiting
after
period
you
of what?
divorce a woman.
Okay.
So the
How does that correlate?
chapter number 65, verse number 4 actually says the waiting period, the idda, is 3 months, whether she is prepubescent or too old to have any menstruation. Correct?
Okay, so how does that correlate with what I'm saying?
So what I'm saying is that there is no waiting period for any Muslim girl if she never consummated the marriage,
Who says that? According to?
according to Quran.
Oh,
Chapter number
okay.
33, verse
Where
number
does
49. Chapter number 33, verse number 49. Read it. So thank you for at least agreeing that chapter number 65, verse number 4 is talking about young girls. You agreed. But the idda cannot happen according to 3349 if you haven't even had sex with them.
Yeah, that's specifically talking about the divorced women, but I don't see that it's talking about.
Exactly. So chapter number 565, verse number 4 is talking about
Yeah,
divorce. It is a chapter of divorce, and
so
from the verse number 1 to 4, it's all about divorce. So
yes,
now the whole concept is, this is very simple. Every single school of thought agrees. If you haven't had sex and you just did nikah and she never went to the house of the person, no sex, no iddah. Every single school of thought, not just
according to
one.
who though?
Every single school of thought.
Yeah, where is the source?
I just gave you chapter number 33, verse number 49.
Oh, the source of the schools agreeing with each other.
Go search on it. Go read Tibri, Qurtubi, Ibn Kathir, Jalaluddin As-Suyuti, anybody. Read it.
That they're all not fiqh people, by the way. They're
Okay,
not mufaqqih.
my friend, read Shafi. Read whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay. Like,
Yeah, okay,
come on.
but you
I don't know.
made the
Okay,
statement.
listen.
You need to.
Now I'm getting agitated because of the very fact that every time I give you an evidence and proof and evidence, you you come up with a new pretzel show, and that's fine, because obviously as a Muslim you have to do that. But at least for the sake of your own truthfulness, go search on it. Okay, I don't want you to say, okay, I won or you won. The point is not winning the argument. The point is, open your mind, go search on it. You don't have to agree with me, just say that you'll search on it.
Okay, sure.
Perfect. Thank you so very much. It was nice talking to you. Appreciate it. Have a nice
Have a
time,
nice time,
and I'll pray
and
for
I'll
you.
pray for you.
Yo, Abu, thanks for the discussion. Adam too.
Thank you, Chalu
Thank you,
brother,
John.
and thank you everyone for listening. And thank you, brother. You were a nice. It was a nice discussion. Thanks a lot for being a nice person.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
he's a highly
Wow.
intellectual one. Sorry, guys. You write so many chats. I can't go back to the initial thread to stop the recording. It's so far on the top.
Bro, where is Abu? Oh, he left. Bro, Adam.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, bro. Even the hadith that he gave you, Abu left now. Even the hadith that he gave you, it's literally saying in Arabic that she have no choice.
The Tirmidhi.
Bilal, I tagged you.
Yes, in the Tirmidhi, the one that he gave you is actually he refuting himself when he saw that. He ran away instantly. Like he's
واحتجاجا بحديث العائشة أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم بني بها. So,
no, in a
okay.
Tirmidhi, in a Tirmidhi.
Yeah, that's the Tirmidhi. Let me show it to you.
Kitab
Okay, hold
Kitab
on.
al-Nikah.
Let me show it to you. Is this what you are talking about? Tirmidhi 1109.
Yes, you see there?
واحتجاجا, right?
No, up there. No, this is what احتجاد. This is not above. The line above is بلغت
وقال
اليتيمة
أحمد
9 سنوات.
وإسحاق.
is بلغت اليتيمة 9 سنوات فتزوجت فرضيت فالنكاح جائز ولا خيار لها إذ أدركت. She have no choice.
I didn't even read that. I was reading the last line because he was moving
She
down.
have no choice but to be effed.
Oh, I didn't even read that. Okay, thank you. I didn't read that. So yeah, next time. I was. He's like move down. I went to the last line and I was like, okay, but yeah, thank you.